I was dancing for a really long time, and I was starting to get tired of, like, my body was getting tired, and I was a little bit tired of the industry as well. And I really wanted to work for myself.
Nice.
I wanted to be my own boss and be able to choose when I work and who I work with.
Hey there, it's Jay Kali, aka The Strength Architect, and 7 years ago, I quit my cushy federal job and I risked everything and moved down here to beautiful Cancun, Mexico. And within that time, I've had 3 super successful fitness businesses and I've got to travel the world. Along the way, I've had this awesome opportunity to meet some amazing coaches and to hear their stories, their struggles, and their joys of doing what they do now, living their dream, being a fitness coach. This is for those personal trainers out there who are tired of being stuck in the gym, or for anybody else who is tired of being confined to just their 4 walls and want to step out into the unknown and finally achieve their dream. This is for you. You're going to hear some amazing stories, all the way from Paris, France to Istanbul, Turkey, from Berlin, Germany, all the way down to Barcelona, Spain. I'm telling you, these stories are going to motivate you, inspire you, and push you to take action to finally go out there and achieve your dreams. Once again, I'm Jay Kali, and this is the International Fitness Coach, living the dream.
Bonjour! We're here in Paris, France with Caroline, the Saint Trainer. Thank you for having me today.
You are welcome.
Man, this is awesome. We have the Louvre over here. We have the Eiffel Tower over here. I mean, there's so many awesome sights in Paris. I never, expected it to be everything so close like this.
Yeah, it's quite small actually. Paris is quite small and you can see everything from everywhere most of the time.
The buildings are beautiful.
Yeah.
The people are super nice, it seems like. I mean, I haven't had any problems. Someone pushed into me or anything.
No,
so.
not yet. Yeah, no, everybody's lovely, and this park is amazing. It's huge and it's so pretty. So.
And you do a lot of training here and stuff, no?
Yeah, I train here. I train people outdoors here. Also, you have the Seine just over the road, and that's a great place to train. There's loads of equipment, kind of step ups and things that you can use. So, yeah, it's really, really good. And I run a group training session here on Saturdays as well.
Wow.
So it's nice.
Wow. Now, I mean, I don't, no offense, but you don't really sound French. You're not from here, are you?
No, I'm not French. I'm from the UK. I'm from England. I moved here about 3 years ago.
Wow.
I was originally a professional dancer
Oh.
for 10 years. So I was traveling internationally
Wow.
for a really long time. And I came here partly for love and partly for a job. I got a job in one of the cabarets, so I've officially been a Parisian showgirl.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I also met my now fiance in the south of France, and we decided to sort of meet in the middle and live in Paris together.
Wow. What a beautiful story.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Very romantic.
So you used to be a dancer,
Yes.
cabaret dancer, professional dancer.
Yeah, not just cabaret, everything. I've done all sorts of things, but obviously in Paris you have the showgirls, so that's mainly
The Moulin
the
Rouge
vibe
thing.
here. Yeah, unfortunately I'm too short for the Moulin Rouge. So
Too short?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I'm a little bit limited in Paris. Yeah.
Wow.
I was the shortest showgirl in my show, and then not long after I just felt like it was time to move on.
So what pushed you into the fitness scene then?
Well, I've always been really passionate about health and fitness anyway. I've been a dancer for over 10 years,
Yeah.
and you have to keep yourself in good shape.
Very much so.
And you have good stamina, and I've always been going to the gym. I love the gym, love working out, anything like sporty or active. So it was just like a natural progression, really.
Wow.
I just moved on from there, and I just couldn't think of anything else that I'd rather do.
Besides helping other people.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Beautiful story. Beautiful reason to get into fitness,
Yeah.
right? Because we all struggle. We all have our issues. I mean, some people it comes naturally. Some people it doesn't.
Yeah,
You've been
for sure.
doing professional dancing for over 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of get in these habits and these rhythms and these modes, and it's nice to bring in a different aspect of fitness for
Yeah.
other people too.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, do you do just mostly body weight stuff, or do you do weights?
I
or?
do a mixture. I don't have like a gym, a salle de sport. So I work one-to-one with people, and I go to clients' apartments, or I meet them outside, like for here, for example.
Yeah.
and I travel all over Paris within sort of the periphery. And I take with me resistance bands and suspension cables, and if they have any weights or anything, then I incorporate them in the workout.
Very nice.
If we work out outside, then I incorporate anything that you can see into the workout, so it's always different and challenging for them. And if it's cold, we work out inside, unless they can't, and then we just go outside anyway and make sure we do lots of extra cardio to keep warm. Yeah.
So I'm going to call you out, because whenever I hit you up, you told me, you know, Jay, I don't know if I'll be good for this because I don't really strength train. You just told me everything about strength training.
Yeah, I do.
You've
but
done
I guess
body
I'm
weight
not...
strength training, resistant band strength training, if they have weights or using strength training. That's strength training, Caroline. Come on now.
We do strength training,
Thank you.
I'm not in the gym lifting like 400 pounds like some of my friends, but no, we do strength training, and that is a main part of our workouts.
Exactly. Thank you. No, look, that's what I think I love about strength training, honestly. Personally, for me, it's not limited to just one thing. It's not where you can only lift weights, or you only have to use barbell deadlifts. No.
Yeah.
Man, we have strength training just in your body. You can use a soup can. I mean, that's still, as long as you're providing that resistance that they normally don't have.
I guess I think more of it as resistance training, but for sure it's strength. And
getting stronger.
I've got clients who've got kettlebells and different pieces of equipment at home and balls and things and their own weights. So that's great, because then we get to do something different, but otherwise it works perfectly well without huge pieces of equipment. Exactly. And they're still getting to their goals. So
that's what I love.
Yeah.
I love that exactly. That main reason.
Freedom to
choose, to incorporate however you want to incorporate it.
I just personally didn't want to be trapped in a gym every single day. I like being outside, and it's beautiful in Paris, so
thank you.
So I wanted to be moving around and hopefully getting to work outside for at least sort of 6 months of the year. But I mean, we have been working out in the snow. I have clients who've worked out in the snow outside because they don't have an apartment that they can use, so they're committed.
That is
as am I.
Pure commitment right there. I mean, you're in the elements also. You know, you're that coach. I mean, you're bringing a lot of motivation at that point too. I mean, trying to get them pumped up, because look, we all get to that point where, like, even on a nice day, we're like, do I really want to go work out today? It's early.
And I often give them the option, if the weather is really bad, say, do you want to reschedule? And a lot of times they don't, they're up for it. So they're already motivated, and I'm like, okay, let's do this.
That's awesome.
That's great.
That's good clients. So switching directions a little bit, you came from the UK for love, for a part job, for a couple of reasons, but what really pushed you out of that comfort zone also to leave your home country and then get down here and realize that, you know what, maybe dancing really isn't for me and where I want to continue with my career. I'd rather help more people.
Well, I was dancing for a really long time, and I was starting to get tired of, like, my body was getting tired, and I was a little bit tired of the industry as well. And I really wanted to work for myself. I wanted to be my own boss and be able to choose when I work and who I work with. I'm maybe slightly over empathetic, but I do really love working with people and meeting new people. And I've helped people in the past, even before I was sort of trained, because I knew a lot about fitness and exercise. I've helped friends to help try and lose weight or get ready for their weddings and things. And so it just seemed like the natural progression. I moved to France. I'm not really afraid of traveling around because I traveled so much for work. I didn't really feel like I was tied to the UK anyway, but it did feel like it might be a temporary thing. But once I got here, I realised that I probably wasn't leaving because I was in love. so yeah, it's just become my home. But I mean, it's not that far away from the UK anyway, so that's always in my mind. And yeah, I've always been very ambitious and probably brave and stupid in equal amounts. So I just knew that I wanted to try something new and keep pushing myself. Like, I couldn't go back after having such an exciting career in dance and traveling and doing new things and meeting new people. It had to be something that followed along those lines, and also something that I was passionate about. So, fitness. Health and fitness and nutrition.
And also a little bit competitiveness too. I mean, dancing, there's competition in there too.
There's so much competition.
Right? And so, I mean, you kind of feed off that, and you kind of feel that feeling of that motivation, that drive, and then to push yourself to be better.
You're not afraid to put yourself out there as well. Yeah, you have to put yourself out there, and there's a lot of rejection, and you just have to keep going. So at least I had that base to put myself out there again in another country where the language is completely different, the systems It's completely different. And it's been a massive learning curve and a lot of work, but I'm glad that I did it. No regrets.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually glad you brought that point up, because I'm curious, what are some of maybe the biggest obstacles that you actually had to overcome by being a trainer down here in France?
Just working out what was going to be my unique selling point.
Oh,
my target
USP,
audience,
huh?
my USP, yeah, because obviously there's loads of gyms, and I do speak French, but I don't speak it as well as English, and I just realised that there was probably other people out there like me who also don't speak French and would prefer to have an English-speaking trainer. So,
oh, do you hear this? Write
niche.
this one down. Write this one down. You know, you never know where you can go, and there's more than likely a lot of what they call expatriates, right, or expats.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many, and probably more than I even realised. And there are obviously a lot of people now speak English anyway.
Yeah.
So there's people who are bilingual, and I have trained people in French as well.
Wow.
But the fact that I am actually English, so I can have banter with them, I can laugh with them, I can joke with them, we can talk about home life, and I can really connect with them on that level as well. But it's not just English people, it's people from all over the world who come here for work or whatever, love like me, and they don't have a big network and they don't necessarily speak French. So I've sort of moved into that gap.
It's really nice that you have that opportunity,
Yeah.
right? I mean, and like you're saying, I mean, we've been to a lot of places over in Europe, and most other countries, most other people do speak English as either a second language, so it's nice to have that little commonality. But like you said, you never know who's traveling, you never know who's working, who's moving for love. So, I mean, the opportunities are really limitless in my opinion, and who you could train with. I mean, we overlook some of our stronger points. You know, you're like, oh, well, you know, I only have this, and I don't know if that's a good thing. But you can actually use that as like your unique selling point.
Yeah, that's my USP for sure.
Yeah.
It's, and the fact that I was a dancer means that I've got a lot of experience in travel. I know what it's like to live in different places, and I think that really works for me here, and so far it's working quite well.
Well, I love it. I mean, you got clients, you're making money, you're doing your thing. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, right?
No, it's good.
Would you mind giving me maybe the number one lesson, or a lesson that you remember from a mentor, or someone that you a positive influence on your life that you can give me?
Yeah, a lot of people have helped me. Probably my fiance is one of my mentors. He's actually a bit younger than me, but he's so wise and level-headed, and he just keeps me straight. And he always tells me, just like, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I really want to do the best for my clients, and I know that they're relying on me to help them get to a goal. So I do spend a lot of time thinking about them, programming them, communicating with them, moving around for them, and trying to do my best for them. And he just said, like, don't get caught up in trying to do everything perfectly. You know, people are forgiving and you're going to make mistakes, but luckily for me, I hope it's a good point that I have quite a strong personality and I'm a happy person. And the main thing I want people to get from their sessions, because they're not all wanting to become bodybuilders or, you know,
or dancers.
Yeah, or dancers or anything. They want to do it for fun, and I want that hour of their time to be enjoyable. I don't want them to think, oh God, I've got to work out, or God, the trainer's coming. Like, I want them to enjoy and look forward to seeing me. And that's more important than getting every single thing right. And as you learn more and more, things come more naturally to you, and you have this kind of library in your head, and it gets easier, for sure.
Guys, these are golden points. Golden points. I love that. You know, I think it's great that you're bringing up perfectionism.
Yeah.
The other thing about that, though, is I love that where your perfectionism is. And your perfectionism lays in helping your clients.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree, don't be a perfectionist, but what better place to be a perfectionist in?
Yeah.
You know, like actually having that compassion.
Yeah, it's the compassion that I want them to do well, but the downside of that is that you end up spending so much of your own time. You don't get any time to relax, or like you need to breathe for yourself as well, otherwise it will drive you crazy. So you have to do your very best, but you have to, you know, take into account that you're never going to be able to do everything perfectly, and people don't expect that. Yep. They mostly want to enjoy themselves, work out, have a sweat, get stronger, like, you know, reach their goals, but they're not expecting it on day one, so you shouldn't either.
I love it. That's beautiful. That's all great points. I hope you guys are writing those down. And so, last question, Caroline.
Yes.
if someone's traveling, someone wants to work out with you, loves what you're providing, would love to work out in front of the Louvre,
Yes.
how can they get a hold of you?
So I have a website. It's www.thesainttrainer.com. And I'm also on Instagram, on Facebook, so you can just Google me and you'll probably find me.
Googler.
And then you can get in touch with me by email and I can tell you where to go from there.
Even better. I'm going to put all those links in the description box of the video and stuff like that, so it's a lot easier for
Great.
people. You can pass me your email to me so I can pass it out to everybody else. I just want to thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for a great interview. And I love your name, by the way. The Saint
you.
Trainer. It's awesome. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this interview. If you hit her up, if you come to Paris, please hit up Caroline. She's awesome. She has a great spirit. She can show you some awesome things out here in the parks and all around Paris. Till then, bye.